Welcome back, shop rats. Today, we're looking at the car that I've been telling you guys about for quite a while. We're taking a little road trip, heading over to my buddy John's to pick up some metal for the Challenger, but also we're going to take a look at this car. I'm not going to say anything about it yet. You want to see what it is, stick around, watch the show intro. We'll be back in 30 seconds. It's not that long. While you're at it, subscribe, hit that bell so you receive those notifications so that we can continue to grow this channel. All right, let's watch it. We'll be right back. I'm Mike, and this is My Car Shop.
Working out of a 100-year-old refurbished barn, bringing 35 years of experience to projects considered beyond repair. Vision, creativity, and problem solving are essential tools in this place. Watch as we transform junk into polished metal miracles. This is My Cars Shop.
One thing to remember is I've not seen this car with my own eyes. I've only seen a couple pictures and heard what's been described to me. But one of the fun things is just going ahead and making a deal on something, sight unseen, and then figuring out what I'm going to do with it. Now, I have some ideas about what I'm going to do with this car, and we'll talk about that as we go forward. But remember that there's not much that scares me off, so this car's going to have to be pretty bad before I say, I don't think we're going to do this one. Supposedly, it's as bad as Stitches, maybe worse. I don't know. Body-wise, it looks better, but I guess it's rotted all out on the inside. But for what I have in mind, it really won't matter, so this could be fun. Now, of course, we're always speculating on new projects and looking at stuff for the future, but I realize that with where we're at with the Challenger, not going to be long, and we're going to be looking for another fabrication project. Of course, we have the Forsyth Duster, but always got to have the next one in the queue so that you can start looking at it and planning, because I don't just buy them and then start tearing into them. I spend some time listening to the car, having it tell me what it wants, and then we try to be a faithful lover and give it what it wants. Yes, it is a crappy day here in mid-Michigan. Terrible, horrible, no good, very bad, rainy, yuck, hate these days. If you quote me on this, I will deny it to my dying breath, but I will say it to you guys because I trust you. I would almost rather have snow than this garbage. It's where we live, it's just mud and muck and sink and yuck and, well, you get it. So I'm not going to share this whole trip because y'all have ridden with me over to John's before, but I just thought I would share a moment of exactly what this looks like because it's gross. And if you happen to be wondering who John is, if you're new to the channel, well, his car is here. We did a bunch of body work on his 66 Belvedere, and you can go and check that out. Check out those episodes and check out that playlist series. And we also did some carburetor work, which is in that same thing. So he's been on the channel a few times. He's a little camera shy, but he's coming around to my way of thinking. And he's a good friend and somebody I like to just help out. Young guy who's interested and enthusiastic about these old Mopars. And us old farts, we got to pass this stuff on to the younger generation or this hobby is going to just die. Just another side note, because why not? I think that this part of the restoration, preservation process is probably one of my favorite parts. I love going to see a new car and just, see what I ended up acquiring and if I'm going to take it and all of that stuff. And then because now that I've put my eyes on it, starting to think about what it's going to look like, although I have already spent quite a bit of time doing that. But the potential of what it could be. And this car is a lot more complete than some of the other ones. So that's even more exciting to my way of thinking. And I have to remember not to miss the road because that would be extra driving, and gas is $10,363.10 a gallon. So, all right, next step will be shooting our way back to see this car back out in the mud pit where it is temporarily stored. All right, here we go. This is the driveway, John says. And you're wearing tennis shoes?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to get this thing out of here for a while. I suppose your tractor would pull it, but
Yeah.
not worth it. Don't have a place to put it anyway right now because my ground's so wet. It's like a little honey hole back here. Dang, dude, what's the white car?
Huh?
The white one back there that's
Oh,
wrecked.
it's real.
Is that yours? You guys wrecked that? Or?
No.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, that thing don't look too bad. You're right, that grill's beautiful. Either the door hinges are really bad or the whole thing's sagged in the middle.
Yeah, I think it's sagged. She's pretty rotten on the bottom side.
Just about got a video of me falling flat on my face. But really, body-wise, I mean, it's not terrible.
Right.
You clean up and look really good. This side needs a little bit. Okay, let's get into the nuts and bolts and see what she looks like. Well, this is definitely going to be a new set of challenges versus Stitches. It looks like where Stitches is bad from the back seat back, this one's bad from the back seat forward. The frame rails in the back don't look bad. The trunk floor is pretty good. I'll show you that in a minute. Yeah, I think this would be a great project. Or maybe I'm just crazy.
I mean,
I don't know what to do with the trunk floor that's that good. The frame rails underneath look pretty decent. Of course, we wouldn't know anything until we get it up. But the big challenge will be, well, you said you have your tractor, so the front control arm is rusted apart and broken. So when he was bringing it back here, it fell apart. But actually, the frame rail, from what I can see here, actually is pretty solid. So that might be fixable. Or we'll do something different. So there we go. It's got a leaning tower of power in it. I was just saying the biggest challenge will be figuring out how to get something under the front end so I can move it around on my place, because I don't have a big tractor to move stuff with. I must be crazy because I get excited. This looks like a fun project. Weight reduced for racing, as Derek would say. But actually the doors are both pretty darn good. You said you used the instrument cluster out of this for yours, right?
and the wire harness is a main too.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mine was a rat's nest.
Wiring's no big deal. Installed an American wire kit for it or something. Headliner is beautiful. All kinds of air conditioning. Very good. Yeah, this frame rail's shot right there. I don't think we could even temporarily put a new upper control arm on it to move it, so it might be one of those deals where we weld like a front part of a hay wagon
Yeah.
on it temporarily till we can get it in the shop. I bet my nephew has something like that. Wow, that thing is bad. That's going to be an awesome project. I'm excited about that. It's almost a little intimidating and overwhelming, so it's absolutely perfect. I already got some plans going around in my head, but I want you guys to drop it down there in the comments and tell me what you think I'm going to do with this car. So I plan at this point, I'll say this much, I plan at this point to not use that as a donor car, to leave the body basically the way it is with a little bit of patching on the rust, similar to what we're going to do on the Forsyth Duster. So more of a preservation than a restoration. And just go from there. So that's obviously going to be a very long-term project, and we won't get it in the shop for at least a year. But what do you think I want to do with that car? So down there in the comments, tell me what you think. So as I mentioned, the biggest challenge is going to be, we can get it on the trailer. He has a tractor. We can get it off the trailer with probably using the tractor or a cherry picker. But moving it around is going to be a challenge. So I got to come up with a creative solution temporarily for that. So also, give me some ideas on that. I'm wondering about just setting the front of it on like a, if I can get a front axle or an axle out of a wagon that, you know, you could just roll it around. But I don't know. We'll see. Seems like it'd be kind of fun to get that 6-cylinder running just because. Not going to use that in the car, I'll give you that hint, but I have plans. And just so you know, yes, we're doing it. We talked about it, and the deal is pretty well cinched, and everything's good. Car is missing a title, but it does have the VIN, so we can just apply for a lost title, although John thinks maybe that the guy he got it from can get the title, but either way, it's fine. I'm not worried about that. But that is something we will need to take care of on the car before we do any real work on it. So that'll be good. But yeah, like I said, I'm anxious to hear what you guys think, and drop it down there, and we'll go from there. So that's going to do it for this episode. Welcome to the insanity of my world. This is the stuff that I love. Looking at cars that other people would go, oh my God, crush that thing, and going, yeah, I can fix that. So I'm a little bit, but you already knew that because you've been here for a while and you've seen the kind of stuff we do here on the channel. We're on the Face thing, over on Instagramma / My Car Shop. We're here on the U thing, so hit like, hit subscribe, drop some comments down there, and keep pushing us up in that YouTube algorithm. And one more thing. Rawr!